Do you want a third baby?
Don't ask me that question right now.
This is not the time to ask. Does the love amongst husband and wife decrease somewhat after 2 babies? Since you and your sisters left home, how do you deal with knowing your parents are alone at home? Who spends the most time in the bathroom?
That might be a toss-up.
Are there times you wish you weren't an influencer?
When you get hate.
Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my sweet husband with me and we are going to be doing a husband and wife Q&A now that we are a family of 4.
Yeah.
Parents of 2 kids, which it feels so weird still to say kids.
And we've got JoJo in the back with us too, so
little mirror.
May start crying.
I know. So we've honestly got to answer these questions like as fast as possible.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's also blistering hot outside too. It's over 100 degrees today.
So we've got some AC going. I'm really hoping the audio is okay.
It's not too bad. If you see me looking back here, checking on JoJo.
Checking on baby. We had to drive around a little bit for him to fall asleep. Of course, the most frequently asked question was, how are you managing with 2 kids? What is it like having 2 kids? How does it feel having 2 kids? Like all of that. I
will say from my perspective, the transition from 1 to 2 kids was tough.
Yeah.
Really tough.
It was harder than 0 to 1.
Yeah.
And I know some people say the opposite, but I disagree.
I guess we had expectations going in that our lives were changing. We kind of figured that things were going to be different.
Let me tell you my perspective.
Yeah.
So when you go from 0 kids to 1, I mean, of course, it's like a big life change, and like this whole thing is new for you and everything. I was telling Omar, and I think I mentioned this to you guys before, our lifestyle didn't really change much when we had a newborn.
Right.
One newborn.
It changed a little bit.
It changed a little bit, obviously. The first 3 months, like when they're going through the newborn phase, Elena had colic, so we were home a lot. Once we kind of got through the newborn stage, we went out, we traveled, we took her everywhere. Like I didn't feel any different until she became a toddler, and then that's when my life really changed, and I had to really just change my life to cater to her and her entertainment, her life. Like it's her world and I'm living in it.
Yeah.
So now it's Elena's world, we're living in it. Plus we added a newborn on top of that. My life is so different now than it was.
It's obvious, but like we live our lives for our kids now, period.
Yeah, I mean that's the normal thing, and that's how it should be, and that's what we want to do.
Right.
But that doesn't make it easy.
Doesn't make it any easier.
And with that being said, do you want a third baby?
Don't ask me that question right now.
This is not the time to ask. We're in the thick of it.
I think yes.
Deep in our hearts.
My answer to that question is still a yes.
Yeah, I think
but
deep
3
in our
would be
hearts,
it.
And if we're gonna have a third, inshallah, it won't be for a while.
Inshallah, at least a 3-year gap.
Yeah.
Before we even consider
start trying. What does Omar do for work apart from assist in filming? Does he miss being a nurse?
When I quit my job, I delved into construction. My brother and I, we started a construction business. My brother's the one who has the experience in that field, and I'm like learning from him. Also got into like investing, stocks and stuff like that. Also, I have been trying to develop a videography business, mostly real estate videography. We've just been so busy that I haven't had time to advertise or anything like that, but it's doing well enough. So I've been doing a lot of things.
This is a busy guy.
I've been keeping myself very busy. The things I miss about nursing is like the camaraderie. A lot of what I do now is just work from home essentially.
And or just like alone, like not like with
I'm
a
working
team.
alone, like I'm working by myself, working as part of a team. That was my favorite part, I guess.
Someone was asking if you're still learning how to fly a plane.
I kind of put that on hold a little bit because we just got super busy. When you start taking lessons, you need to make sure your schedule's free, and I guess that's why most people, when they learn, they're like in their 50s, they're a lot older.
Oh yeah, or they're young, which I didn't realize.
Or they're super young, like they're in school, like they just graduated high school. That's what they want to do for a career. Me trying to fit it into like one summer, and we had all this other stuff going on. I thought I could do it, but it was ultimately just too difficult. So I'm gonna pick that up later eventually, inshallah. Yeah.
It's been a dream of his forever to learn how to fly a plane.
Long time.
So inshallah,
since I was a kid, yeah.
You'll get back to it. We just
really what I want to do is go to space. So if you know anybody who can help me do that, if anybody out there is an astronaut, can help me.
He's not allowed to leave this earth. Please, JoJo, let us leave.
See if I can give him the pass.
No. He's fine. So just let's answer the next question.
Okay.
Next travel destination. So we were actually talking about this
somewhere
this morning.
Freezing cold because I'm tired of this freaking hot weather.
No, we're over it right now. It says it's 98, but I think it feels like
We're in the shade.
We're in the shade.
It's in the shade and it's 98.
It feels like it's in the hundreds.
It's
anyways.
over 100 right now.
It's so humid.
The heat index right now is 108.
Anyone from Texas right now will tell you we're miserable, we're dying, we're melting.
Yeah.
We want to, inshallah, this is like our dream, is to be able to like spend our summers somewhere cooler with the kids so we can let them like play outside and
next
summer,
year.
inshallah.
We want to go somewhere for 4 to 6 weeks, like a good chunk.
Yeah, like where should we go, you guys? We want to go somewhere that's maybe like overseas, maybe not too expensive so we can stay there for like a whole 6 weeks and not spend too much money.
Yeah, Santa Barbara weather is amazing.
Oh, I know, but no, I'm thinking overseas. Maybe Lebanon, Jordan.
Lebanon,
I don't
Turkey.
Know. Turkey, but Turkey's hot. I don't know, you guys.
And some parts of it are, you know.
If you guys know anywhere we should spend our next summer, like
give us ideas.
Let us know. Yeah. But as far as like the next trip, I have a brand trip that I'm going on next month in New York.
Yeah.
And Omar's never been to New York.
I've never been to New York, and it's one of those places I've wanted to go for a long time. So
me, Omar, and JoJo are gonna go, and we're gonna leave Elena with my mom.
Elena, if you're watching this in 15 years, I'm sorry.
Sorry, we would have loved to bring you, but you're just a handful right now.
Really, the reason why is because it's a business trip. There's no time for fun, really.
Yeah.
For her.
Of course. Does the love amongst husband and wife decrease somewhat after 2 babies?
The love doesn't
doesn't decrease.
It's really hard because the more kids I feel like you have, the less time you have for each other. That's a fact. There's no getting around that. Unless you have like a nanny or something, you know. Yeah. Which we don't yet.
We're actually going to be interviewing one tomorrow.
Yeah, because we've decided like it's time.
It's just, since we work from home and now we have Jonah, it's just really hard for me to produce content the way that I would like to. Praying that we can actually find someone we like love and trust enough to bring into our home.
The love doesn't decrease, but you have to kind of set it aside a little bit. You definitely have to make space.
When we just had one baby, it was like we were a team. We were doing this together. Now that we have 2, I got the baby, you got the toddler, like see ya next year, like
good luck.
I'll
see you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Yeah.
That's how it feels right now.
And it's summer right now and Elena's at home with us, so
once Jonah starts sleeping better and we have a better routine for him,
things will get better.
Things are gonna get better
in a good amount of, like, in a short amount of time. Things will get much better, I think. But
we're just in the thick of it. He's only 6 weeks old. We literally have no time for each other because from the moment we wake up until the second we go to sleep, we just are never alone.
We're going. When we got Elena and she started sleeping early, we were like, oh my God.
I remember the day it happened.
It was like an epiphany. It was like freedom, you know?
Yeah.
And so we don't have
We're waiting for that with Jonah. It'll get better, inshallah. Have you noticed any differences in caring for a newborn boy versus a girl?
He eats a lot more.
He eats more.
And because of that, he poops a lot more.
Yeah. He's more clingy in the fact that we can't like set him down.
Yeah, he's definitely a little bit more clingy than I think Elena was, right?
Mm-hmm. Like I was able to set her down in her bassinet fine at night. She went to sleep by herself when she was a newborn only. This boy needs to be held like constantly. Other than just like changing the diaper is different. Nothing else is really different when they're new, like a new baby.
They pee on you. It goes far too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's definitely different. And I've been peed on several times.
Omar got peed on the first diaper change.
I was thinking I'm gonna remember how many times I get peed on. It'll be funny to talk about. I lost count. So it's more than 10.
I have gotten only peed on a couple times. Omar always gets it.
My technique is improved.
Literally the first diaper change, Omar did that in the hospital.
Oh yeah. I didn't even notice.
And he like did it. He was so proud of himself. And then all of a sudden he looked down at his shirt and he was like, "What the heck?"
I had this large wet spot.
I was
like, I'm not sweating. Like, what is this?
Jonah just gotcha. How was the relationship between Naeem and Omar, my brother? It's kind of random.
Obviously, we're friends, but so I knew Naeem when he was like a kid. He was like 5 or 6 years old. Him and his friend group, I've known them all for a long time. Like, we all kind of grew up around each other. So I try to play more of a role model type indirectly.
Yeah, because especially with the age difference.
When there's like sporting events or whatever, I try to invite everybody over to watch. And I try to be just like a source of advice, guidance, whatever.
You are that way with all of your friends. Even if it's someone that's not younger than you, you're always such a good role model and source of wisdom to people, which that's something I love about you.
Thank you. I try to be. I just want to help people out.
Since you and your sisters left home, how do you deal with knowing your parents are alone at home? I guess this is more for me, but it's hard to think about. I mean, Omar's mom went through this several years ago whenever his sister got married. It was the last of her children, and I remember...
It was hard on her.
It was hard on her, and now, like, my parents are going through it, and my mom she's tough. Honestly handles herself very well, but my dad, y'all know him, he's a softie, and he's been crying, and it literally breaks my heart. I mean, I'm still here. Elena's still here. I think he wouldn't survive if Elena wasn't here.
I think that would be the last straw. He'd be like, no, I'm bringing you back.
Yeah. No, but Elena is helping kind of soften the blow, because he still has his favorite granddaughter. His only granddaughter.
She'll forever be his favorite.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, even Jonah came along and he's like, I just want to make sure Elena's okay and she's not jealous.
I want to, like, I can't talk to him that much in front of Elena because I want to make sure
He literally avoided holding Jonah for the longest time because he didn't want to upset Elena.
He wants to make sure that he doesn't impede on their relationship, which is so considerate of him.
Jonah won't know anything, but Elena will.
He's not,
It's sad, but alhamdulillah, my dad's busy, he's working, it's not like he's at home like crying all day long. We all have plans to see each other again. Lauren gets back from her honeymoon and Amanda's about to go on a trip, so we're just gonna have to make plans to see each other, and it's just gonna have to be quality over quantity time.
It's gonna take a while to figure it out, but Amanda's been able to come visit frequently, which is great.
I know, but now once that girl has a baby, it's gonna be harder. Like, I only went to San Antonio once with Elena. After that, I was like, Amanda, you gotta come.
So it is just...
It's too hard.
It's just far enough away where it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's 5 hours.
It's 5 hours in the car, which
but also,
with a toddler is like, oh my god.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But also, you can do a flight, which
but
we
it's a connecting flight.
Yeah, but it still takes about the same amount of time to get there.
Yeah.
Point of the matter is, my sisters, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, y'all need to move closer to us.
We'll clip this and we'll send it to you.
Okay. When are you moving into the new house? Inshallah, definitely August.
Let's say August, early September.
Okay,
inshallah.
Early September moving. Yeah. But the house should be done.
The house should be done, inshallah.
End of this month.
Yeah, end of this month for sure.
But as far as moving goes, we might wait a few weeks. And
we're gonna take our everything we gotta do. We have to take our time with it.
Yeah.
You know what they say about people with kids trying to leave the house? Like, give them like an extra 30 minutes. Well, now we have 2 kids, so we need an extra hour.
Thankfully, we're not in a hurry to leave our house. And then this one kind of goes off of that. How do you feel moving out of your first house together?
I don't get attached sentimentally to stuff like that, but we went through so many things in this house.
We did.
We started our careers there. Your social media career like blew up there.
We
brought both of our kids home there. So many things happened in that 5-year span.
Yeah,
we've been there.
A lot. So much in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, we moved into that house. We were both working night shift as nurses.
We figured we weren't going to be there for long anyway.
Because we thought that Omar was going to go to CRNA school.
My plan was to go to CRNA school, and
we were going to be moving somewhere for that.
Yeah.
We didn't have any kids at the time. I thought I was going to do nurse practitioner. Like, we just had completely different plans.
If you spoke to us 5 years ago and told us what our plans were going to be in the future, we'd be shocked. We'd be like, what?
We would be like...
We did a complete 180. Like, we completely changed directions, so...
Yeah, which, alhamdulillah, everything happened better than I could have even planned for. It is going to be hard. Like, I think when we say goodbye to that house, like, I'll just think of, like, all the memories. I'm starting to get emotional about it now.
Don't think about it.
Didn't think about it.
Why y'all making her cry, man? She cries enough.
I know. These postpartum hormones, they're, like, starting to settle down, right?
Yeah. Everybody agree.
What's the biggest thing you had to give up after having kids?
Free time.
Just free time.
Kiss it goodbye.
Me time.
Yeah, you time, So you have to be okay with accepting that your time for yourself is going to be very little. Obviously that comes with having kids, like it's a selfless thing, You pour your time and effort into your child. You have to do that in order to raise them, bring them up, give them the tools to succeed in life. Something's always going to have to give, and it's going to be your time, your free time.
I had to give up my old body.
I just gave up my time, but you gave up a lot more. than I did.
My body, my brain.
Mom brain. But it's going to become your superpower. You're not there yet,
What?
but I think you'll get there.
Or like, you mean like mom intuition or what?
Like mom intuition, and like, you know how moms know where everything is?
Oh, I already do that.
You know where everybody else's stuff is, but your stuff, like your phone. Like, honestly, I'm surprised she made it to the car with this. I'm honestly
and
shocked.
I have 73%.
What? 70? This thing lives at 10%. Like 10% is like a full charge for her.
What was your non-negotiable for the house build?
Right now in our current house, I'm very blessed to have like a quote unquote man cave. It's just an extra room, like an extra bedroom we have upstairs that I've turned it into just like a TV room where I have my PlayStation, my TV. Although I don't get to utilize it much anymore, you know, it's still nice to have. In the new house, I wanted to essentially expand upon that if I had the option to.
Non-negotiable is like a big word.
Actually, you know what?
When we were building,
I take that back. Those are nice to have.
Yeah, these are nice to have things.
What I really had to have was my office. That's non-negotiable. I had to have my own separate workspace because right now
he's dying right now. He's burning right now.
I'm burning on the inside.
He does not have any space for himself.
I have no space to work in. I work on the dining room table.
But then so do I.
And I don't have like a separate space to film in, or, you know, I don't know. Who knows, man? I might be doing so many more videos if I had the space to film. You know, I'm being kind of selfish here, but I know that if I had my own space to like be able to sit and concentrate on the things that I'm doing, I would be a lot more efficient and productive. That was really my one need. My one thing that I had to have. I had one line item and she has 20.
Okay, well, I'll just say like one of my things that I really, really wanted were those steel windows. I just wanted as much natural light in our house as possible.
So I guess it's really natural light.
Natural light was a non-negotiable for me.
Yeah.
Yes, because I just wanted brighter space, because our house now, like, alhamdulillah, we're so blessed to have the house we have, and I'm so grateful. But like with the job we have, lighting in general is just very important for content, and we just don't have it at our house right now. So that was like a non-negotiable for me. I can't believe Jonah, is he awake?
No,
he's sleeping. Actually, the next question was, will he have a man cave in the new house? We already answered that, and yes. Pretty much the whole basement is like his man cave, which is so nice. It's like the gym, the media room. Yeah. Next question is, who spends the most time in the bathroom?
I don't know, girl. That might be a toss-up.
It might be a toss-up.
TMI.
No, honestly, right now, it's like in and out for me. I don't have time to go to the bathroom. But you probably do.
I probably do spend a little bit more time. I like to take my time, what can I say?
I'm pretty sure most men are the same.
Let me know if you agree.
Okay, do you go into the bathroom to escape sometimes?
No.
You don't?
Why would I go to the bathroom?
With your phone to just get away from us? You don't do that? No. I think some husbands do that.
Elena literally opens the door on me when I'm using the bathroom.
Lock the door.
I know I need to, like, I just haven't gotten in the habit of locking it, so...
Yeah, she comes in with me,
I can't escape.
We try not to let her go in the bathroom with Omar, but, like, I let her come in with me, and if she's awake, like, there's no way I'm gonna go to the bathroom by myself. Are there times you wish you weren't an influencer? Honestly, love what I do, but, oh yeah. Why did I forget about that? Yeah, that's definitely the worst part of this job. Yeah. Just people assuming that they know every detail of your life and making assumptions and starting rumors, creating drama. The people who do that are watching this video right now, and
they're gonna be
talking to you guys.
They're gonna be typing some stuff up.
They'll be talking about me, and it sucks. It literally sucks. But
obviously, every job has its pros and cons.
As long as I know I'm a good person, I have a good relationship with God. The people who know me in real life know I'm a good person. Yeah. That's all that matters to me. I've had to come to that conclusion myself. Yeah. It's taken me a while to get to this point. I love this job. I love knowing that I have such an amazing community, like, in so many places in the world. You guys really just make this job, like, my dream job. Oh, and then this one. What is the most rewarding part of your career? And I just said it. It's just like meeting you guys, which when we went to Canada, we have a lot of followers from Canada apparently, and so many people from Lauren's wedding like actually follow us, even though like they were just like friends of Usama's or whatever, and it was just so fun. We got to just meet a bunch of you in person, and it just like brings me back to life with this job, and I'm like, I can see the people that I'm talking to on a daily basis, and it's just so cool.
Yeah, that's nice, because there were some people who they've been following you since the beginning.
There was
which
one,
blows my mind that you would meet those people.
I
know.
One of you guys said that you first started watching us when we posted, which I've removed it from the channel because it's so old and embarrassing. It was a video we did, advice for nursing students, and we were both like in our scrubs.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was like one of the first videos she had watched of us, which was back probably like 8 years ago or something. It's crazy. Describe July 2023 in one word.
Hot.
How do you say sleep deprived in one word? What are both of y'all's love languages? Mine is words of affirmation, 100%. Like, I just need to hear.
What's mine? Acts of service?
Yours is acts of service and quality time.
It was like 50-50 or something.
Yeah, I think those were the top two. Okay, this is the last question. Do you guys remember your first date?
Yeah.
Okay, explain it.
Me? Why?
Because I want to see what you remember from my first date.
It was when we went to Subway, right?
Yeah.
That was our unofficial official.
Yeah.
I picked you up.
From my driving lesson.
Yeah, from her driving school.
He was just going to pick me up and take me home, but he stopped.
Didn't you say you were hungry?
Yeah, I said I was hungry, and so he stopped.
So, you know, I got money.
Where were you working at the time?
I was probably still bussing tables.
Bussing?
Yeah, I got money, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go to Subway. I'm going to drop some money on you.
No, but we didn't even get out of the car. We just went through the drive-thru and picked it up, and then I think I ate it on the way home, and then he dropped me at home. That was like what we considered our first date. But what was our actual first date?
I know we went several places with our sisters.
I know, that's the thing. Like, we took our sisters everywhere, but we didn't really consider
To be quite
those,
honest with you, I don't remember our official first date without our sisters, without...
I don't either.
It was a while after we had started talking.
We both don't remember. That's...
I mean, to me, the Subway thing was our...
Yeah, that was our first date.
That was the day you told me you loved me. Was it the same day?
That I accidentally told you I loved you? I think I've told the story before, but if you haven't heard it, then basically, like, we were waiting to tell each other that we loved each other. We were, like, trying to make sure we had been together for, like, a year before we said, I love you. Because it felt like it was so special. We just wanted to wait, like, a year. After I got out of the car, I said it on accident, and Omar did not tell me I love you back.
Because I was shocked that she said it. Yeah,
I said it so casually, like, love you, bye.
She was,
and then I was
walking out the door, and she slammed the door.
I was so embarrassed that I just
And I was like,
ran inside.
I was just sitting there, like, so confused, like, what do I do?
Anyways, that's the story, and he never told me he loved me. Even
Yes, I did.
No, even on the phone.
I said it on the phone. Oh, my God.
I don't even know if this man still actually loves me. Alrighty, well, that's the end of this Q&A. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for sending them in on Instagram, and I guess we will see you guys in my next video. Bye.